All right, in the previous video, we talked about interior angles and that. Now we're going to talk about alternate interior angles. And just to kind of review interior angles are angles that are between the parallel lines. So in this case, A and B are the parallel lines. So A is parallel to B. Whoops. Okay. All right, and again, I showed that with two vertical lines. So because A and B are the parallel lines, everything in between here, this is the interior or the inside of those parallel lines. So alternate interior line, alternate means that we're going to be on the opposite side of the transversal line. So here's my transversal line of C, okay? But we're not going to be next to. So alternate interior angles are angles that are on opposite sides of the transversal line on the inside and not next to each other. So for example, angle number 4. Angle 4, the alternate interior to angle 4 would be 6. So 4 and 6 are alternate interior. 4 and 3 are not alternate interior because they are next to each other or adjacent to one another. All right. The other pair of alternate interior angles would be 5 and 3. The reason it's 5 and 3 or 3 and 5 is because 3 is on the right-hand side of the transversal line inside between the two parallel lines, whereas 5 is on the left-hand side between the two parallel lines and not adjacent to 3. So the two pairs of alternate interior parallel line or alternate interior angles are 4 and 6 and 3 and 5. So again, alternate interior angles cannot be next to each other and they cannot be on the same side as the transversal line. All right, so let me go ahead and show you another example. All right, so in this example, we got an alternate interior. We're going to look again for alternate interior angles that are pairs. So first thing again I want to do is identify the parallel lines. In this example right here, my parallel lines would be D is parallel to E, which would make F my transversal line. So what I want to do is first identify the interior angles. So to do that, I'm going to look between the two parallel lines. Everything in between here is the interior. So that means 10, 11, 13, and 16 are my interior angles. All right. What I'm going to look for again is the alternate interior angle. All right. So I'm going to look at 10, and I need to find the angle that goes with angle 10. So again, 10 is above my transversal line on the inside. So I don't want 11 because 11 would be adjacent. 13 is not its pair because it's on the same side, it's above the transversal line. So the pair that goes with 10, or the angle that goes with 10, is 16. Because 10 and 16 are on opposite sides of the transversal line and not next to each other or adjacent. So if I look at angle 11, the angle that is not adjacent to it and not on the same side of the transversal line would be angle 13. So angle 11 and angle 13 are also alternate interior angles.